Ohio Minasan, welcome back. We're getting it on with this guy's testimony, and hopefully we're going to try to finish up trial day 1 if I've got enough time to. But let's get this started. Prepare to be dazzled. Dazzled by charismatic oration forged in the crucible of campaign battles. I'm sorry for screwing that up, probably. Oh, I gotta deal with him again. That evening I was walking alone, lost in thought. I passed by the doctor's house, and that's when I saw Mr. Arbal. The fact that you can name him makes me think, oh, suspicious. I'm gonna press that statement, you know. He was running out the front door. It was around 10 at night. Surely that must have been him fleeing from his scene of his crime. A vote for me is a vote to end such violence. That is my promise to you. You can't use your testimony to make a political statement. But yeah, that second and fourth statements are somewhat suspicious, but I don't think I've got evidence, so I'm gonna press you. If it was within the window of estimated time of death... That's our ball. What in the world were you doing there then? It seems Mr. Arbal was loitering around Khura'in village that day. There's evidence that he was in the doctor's study as well. Isn't that right, Mr. Justice? Screw you! You mean the suitcase? Exactly. He must have been quite a rush to leave that behind. Oh, and by the way, Your Honor, Mr. Arbal just happens to be sitting in the gallery today. Ah! See? That's him trying to escape as we speak. Dear God! Bailiff, don't let that man get away! Right, you backstabber, why are you doing this to me? Because apparently we're in that bad of a situation. Alright, the counsel/defense may question the plaintiff/witness once more. Please proceed, Mr. Justice. Okay, second and fourth statements were the ones that I was questioning. That's still so weird to see the bottom face-off screen that have both Apollo and Phoenix on it. It's creepy! What were you... How do you know who it was? It's my question, but I bet that's not what the game is asking. Where exactly were you when you saw Mr. Arbal? Right here, under this tree. I saw him dashing out of Dr. Buff's front door. What? Wouldn't he have to take the visitor entrance? I'm confused! And he didn't notice you? No, it was hidden by the tree. Is it really all that important to know where the plaintiff saw Mr. Arbal? Yes, it is! God damn it, Honor, yes it is. Yes, I believe it matters a lot. I ask that it please be added to the witness's testimony.
Hold it!
Did you notice anything unusual? I keep forgetting to go into my Apollo voice. Yes, his behavior was incredibly suspicious. His eyes were darting all around as he ran off in a total panic. As soon as I saw that, I knew he had done something and it probably wasn't good. Despite that, you still didn't report it to the police when you were by the window where you could have seen the crime, so obviously you weren't standing in the correct place. Who would have thought he'd killed Dr. Buff? Not me, that's why I didn't report him. But you reported him for being in your family's doghouse. So the witness didn't notify the police. Is that an important statement? Yes it is. God darn it is important. Because I am going to prove him wrong. Yes, it's important. I request that the witness add it to his testimony. Sure, why not? I had no idea idea that Dr. Buff was dead. That's why I didn't call the police. You wanna lie to my face like that? Bring it! You loser! Try again if you're gonna lie to my face! Mr. Addition Wimperson, rather than Mr. Arball. Wasn't there something else that should have had your undivided attention? Like what? Oh yes, of course. A politician must also keep his finger on the electoral pulse and... Sorry, but you're way off. I am? Would you care to explain, Mr. Justice? If the witness saw Mr. Arball from the position here, then he should have also been able to see the doctor's body. After all, it was right next to the huge window. Why, I believe you have a point there! With a body that clearly visible to the witness, it's unthinkable that he wouldn't have reported it to the police. Ah! Would the witness care to respond? How are you gonna respond, buddy? You failed. Did he fall asleep? Mr. Addition Wimperson! He fell asleep. Mr. Addition Wimperson! Huh? There are many sides to any issue. What did I ever do to deserve this? I don't know, Apollo, but why'd you drag me into it? In any case, I'd like the court to acknowledge the inconsistency in the witness's testimony. Mr. Addition Wimperson, did you really see Mr. Arball? Yes.
Hold it!
What the hell? Where do you think you're going? Oh, I thought I'd return to my seat since I'd already answered the question. This isn't some small town hall debate, so you just stay right there until we're through. I'll have to run that by my campaign manager before
Objection!
Do not even talk, buddy! Don't talk! Glare! Glare! That's literally all there is in that text, is just glare! Mr. Addition Wimperson, I think it's time for you to come clean. Huh? You're acting like a prosecutor, Phoenix! It's not good! So then, does that mean he didn't see Mr. Arball? As your lawyer, Mr. Addition Wimperson, I advise you to divulge the matter we discussed. Silence is no longer an option. Are you sure about this? I'm in the midst of running for office. I can't afford to let any strange rumors get out. Don't worry, you won't suffer any blowback for what you're about to reveal. Blowback? I'm not sure I like the sound of that, Mr. Wright. Not to worry, Your Honor. Nothing untowards will come of this, I promise. Now then, Mr. Justice! Remember how it was an anonymous caller that reported the doctor's death? Come to think of it... Emma, who was it that first discovered the body? About that, whoever it was, it seems they wanted to remain anonymous. What? It happens now and then. Some people would rather not get involved with the police. Wait, you're not saying that! Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. The anonymous source who contacted the police after discovering the body was... my client, Mr. Paul Addition Wimperson. What? You don't say. So, you see, he played his part as a concerned citizen quite admirably, if I must say so. Isn't that right? Yes, indeed. In our society today, there are too many who choose indifference over righteous action. But I don't number among them. That's why I did my duty as a concerned citizen. One might call me the model citizen, one worthy of standing above the rest. What a real standard bearer he is, reporting it anonymously. Oh, and by the way, Mr. Justice, wasn't there someone else at the scene of the crime when my client discovered the body? Oh, you mean Mr. Arbal? No, you mean Sarge. You mean Sarge. He would have been leaving the doctor's house right about then. Wait, that means... Oh, so you were talking about Mr. Arbal. Yes, it does. In short, what my client witnessed was Mr. Arbal fleeing the scene of a heinous murder. Ah! And that's not all. Based on what we've heard so far, point your little finger! Mr. Arbal looked exceedingly suspicious, and that's putting it mildly. We already know the Defiant Dragons threatened the doctor with bodily harm. And now that they've killed him, the so-called orb transfer agreement is null and void! Ag! Can't argue with you, Apollo. That is ag moment. Apollo! If we don't come up with some sort of counter-argument... And what sort of evidence do you have? Can you actually prove it was Mr. Arbal who killed the doctor? That move had desperate written all over it. So I'm desperate! It's all I've got, so I'm going with it. Evidence? I suppose it's true that I don't have any. I knew it! But he has a witness statement, which is also damning as hell. But I do have another witness. You do? You should know I always come fully prepared, Mr. Justice. And my new witness will provide testimony proving Mr. Arbal's guilt. Gluck! A new witness? I wonder who it could be. Very well! Bailiff, please summon our new witness! In the meantime, the court will take a brief recess. It's been too short. I'm not going to take a recess right now, everybody. We're going to continue marching forward. I would like both sides to use this time to prepare properly, understood? Yep. This already feels like we are stuck in a bad situation. We are going up a river without a paddle. May 17th, District Court, defendant lobby number 3. Wow. If Mr. Wright's not here, I'm going back to normal voice Apollo. Wow, I knew Mr. Wright could put up a tough fight, but... Yeah, just when I thought we had him, he turned the tables on us. He really is the turnabout terror. Is that really what you people call him? We can't let him blindside us again. Looks like they've got me again. 3 times in 1 year. Dots is a new record. Ha 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 ha. Dots, please, no more records or bad puns while you're at it. It's hard enough trying to help you as it is. Roger that. I'll be more careful next time. Dots, is what Mr. Wright said true? Did you really pay a visit to Dr. Buff that night? Sure did. Can't remember the exact time, though. All I know is that he wouldn't hand over the orb. Someone put it in his head that we rebels were dangerous. That's why he threw me out. So the doctor was still alive when Dots last saw him. I still have to prove it, though. Better brace yourself, son. The next witness's testimony could make or break this case. Yeah, I know. Hey, where's Trucy? She went to go see your dad. Maybe she's still mad. More like worried. Worried about this trial will create a rift between you two. And that you might leave the agency. She has an active imagination. You've left us once already, Apollo! Excuse me, the trial will resume shortly. Well, let's go see what new testimony awaits us. What new hell you're gonna bring on me, Mr. Wright? May 17th, District Court. Courtroom number 6. Because we are so slow at typing. Alright, court is back in session. Mr. Wright, you said you had a witness. Your Honor, I would like to call the lone survivor of the doctor's murder to the stand. Wait, he can't mean that Sarge is here? You mean the Dr. Buff's reclusive son? How'd you get him to cooperate? Nothing a little persuasion couldn't handle? Poor child only agreed to help if it meant catching the killer. Getting a kid like that to overcome his fear? Now that's impressive. This must be really important testimony for the kid to come out in public like this. I bet he's not coming out. I bet we're getting the drone. Are we getting the drone? Very well, Mr. Wright. Please call your witness to the stand. Knew it, we're getting the drone. Oh my! Sergeant Papa, at your service, sir. Oh god, he's here as the drone. Really? Mr. Wright, what exactly is the meaning of this? Past trauma has rendered it impossible for the witness to venture into public. Leaving home was hard enough, and it seems leaving the witness lobby was just too much. But I would still like to continue with the testimony delivered via this drone. I understand it must be terrible to lose one's father like that. But testimony via a remote-controlled toy? Sorry. Well, let's take things for a spin and see how it goes. I mean, we've done testimony through... Spoiler alert here, people. I'm listing off things we've done in the past. We've done testimony through... We did testimony through like, I keep forgetting what it was called, but it was like a radio thing. And we've also done testimony through a video phone. And we've also done testimony through an animal. I think a drone is okay. No more spoilers now. You could come back to listening to me. Just who's piloting this trial anyway? The judge sure warmed up to the idea fast. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. I thought I was still Athena. I think the phrase you're looking for is gave up. You disappoint me, Corporal Justice, to think I once called you... Ah! Defending the man who killed Papa, that's full-on treason, soldier. I hereby demote you back to private. Corporal? Private? What's he talking about, Apollo? It's a long story. Now then, are you ready to testify, youngster? Locked and loaded, sir. Ready to rain lead on down on the perpetrator. Ha 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 ha. I have some issues with your testimony. I'm going to find issues with your testimony. And I have the feeling Athena's going to have to use her power because, God, would you be traumatized? What happened that evening? Papa met with someone that night. He died. I didn't have eyes on the ground as I'd already mounted my siege defense, but... I did hear him arguing with someone in his study. From my window, I saw the one designated Dots getting ejected from the premises. After that, the man lingered around the perimeter for some time. He must have regrouped and killed my papa in the study later. I just know it. So he was thrown out but later returned and committed the murder, did he? Yes, Your Honor. So the man my client saw really must have been fleeing Mr. Arbol. Who's that objection? Damn it, Dots! Objection! Right, you backstabbing no good. I didn't kill no one. It's the enemy. Ready up, missiles and fire! Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa! Capitalist pig, I'll turn you into pork stroganoff. And that's just a taste of my ultimate anti-swine weapon. Whoa! It fires missiles too? Yes, well, the witness is all yours, Mr. Justice. Wouldn't you have eyes on the sky with your little drone?
Objection!
Sarge, are you hiding something from me? How dare you question your superior officer like that? You won't get off the Stroganoff action with the pig boy over there, soldier. Sorry, but I'm afraid lawyers are missile-proof. What? Would the defense care to explain? It's simple, Your Honor. Just like he is able to see what's happening in court right now, Sarge was able to see what was happening in the study then. With his cherished drone, of course. Ah, now that you mention it. And to think, the answer was right before our eyes this whole time. Sarge, you were perfectly capable of patrolling the study that night. So you must have seen something. I am hit! What is this strange new weaponry you're using against me? Courtroom warriors don't use guns or missiles because evidence is our weapon of choice. And the evidence that has exposed your bald-faced lie, my truth bomb, Sarge, has stripped your defenses bare. Truth bomb? No! Ah! Mayday! Mayday! I'm going down! Well, I did that! Oh my, are you alright? Evidence! Never have I seen such a fearsome ordinance! Tell it to us straight, Sarge. After all, you want to help your father, don't you? Papa? Yes, you want to find out who killed him, don't you? So please, tell us what you saw that night. It's not what you think. I didn't see anything, I swear. You sure? You seem awfully stressed for someone who didn't see anything. Whoa! Sarge, you need to answer my question. Shut your pie-hole, maggots! I'll be a scorching day in Siberia before a lowly private like you orders me around. What's with him in Siberia of all places? But if a scorching day is what it'll take, then maybe it's time to turn up the heat. Hey, Athena! You think a therapy session might help? Well, it could help alleviate some of his anxiety. Plus, I'm picking up a lot of discord in Sarge's voice. That usually means the patient wants to say something but can't for some reason. And in Sarge's case, I imagine whatever's plaguing him is pretty severe. In that case, I'll leave it up to you and your mood matrix magic. Blech. You got it! Your Honor? I believe I can be of help here. Time for a therapy session, is it, Miss Sights? Yes, it will help the witness with his anxiety. Maybe even enough to testify. Then by all means, please bring the poor child out into the light of day. Oh, but I assume this will be alright with you, Mr. Wright. Why not? It's not like we haven't been through this before. It's not like we haven't played this saga charade before. What are you butting in for, lady? There isn't a place on the battlefield for you. Objection! I beg to differ, Sarge. This G.I. Jane's always ready for a fight in the courtroom. And wait until you see what I've got in my arsenal. Analytical psychology. With it, I'm going to blow a big hole in that armor you've built up in your heart. Wah! First evidence, now analytical psychology. Where are these MWDs coming from? Well, if it's a bell you want, bring it on. You may have started this war, but I'm going to end it. Corpse woman sights. You got it, Sarge. Time to seek out the agony buried in your heart. Brace yourself! I can't do Widget's voice. I keep wanting to do like a high-pitched squeaky thing and I can't do it. Why were you surprised then? That's my question. That's strange. You reacted with shock when you discovered your father's body. Yet you weren't nearly as shocked when you saw Mr. Arbal. Normally, you'd expect the death of someone's father to be much more impactful. Enemy fire directed! That is strange. I wonder what it can mean. Well, we know he wasn't affected by his father's death as he should have been. And I think I know why. Oh? Sarge, you weren't as shocked at seeing your father's body as seeing Mr. Arbal because you'd already seen his body. Sarge, maybe the truth is you left your room that night, and that's when you saw it, your father's body. I saw no such thing! Really? You didn't see his body? Alright then. Get over here. Alright then, what did you see? Hey. Well, that reduced us a little bit. Look, Apollo, we've lost some noise. So, just as I suspected, you really did see something. Sarge, please, tell us what you saw. Oh, but... Dots. The moment I saw it, I couldn't bear it. I couldn't stand to lose yet another loved one. Huh? Am I missing something here? Is that why you weren't very shocked when you found your father was dead? Because you had already sensed that he was a goner somehow? Maybe. Please, Sarge, what was it you saw on the night of your father's murder? Oh, I saw... What's happening? I don't like where this is going. more, please! Nick! Help! Did you just steal Widget? Did you just freaking steal Widget? I've confiscated your little toy. The battlefield is no place for unauthorized equipment. But Widget! Apollo, I can't continue the session without him. Calm yourself this instant, witness. I hereby order you to submit to your therapy session. What in blazes? Did you just steal the gavel? Look at me! I'm judge, jury, and executioner now. I hereby combine to a military Whoa! This has gone way too far. Bailiff! Arrest that drone this instant! Stop resisting! Well, this went from 0 to 50. You don't come quietly. Fire! Give Widget back! This is crazy! Mr. Wright's the only one avoiding fire. Da da dots. Da da dots. Oh, finally got him back. Nice work. This witness is truly a handful. 1, 2, 3, 4. Miss Sights, what's the witness's current psychological state? Let's see. He's emotionally all over the map. So his out-of-control emotions are in control of him, huh? Does that mean we can calm him down if we can figure out the root cause? Yes, so let's see what we can find out. Sarge, can you hear me? Oh, is that you, Corpsewoman Sights? I'm here now. I want you to take a few deep breaths. Just try to relax. Try it with me. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. In, out, in, out. And now, let your emotions take you where they will. Go on, just let it all out. Wow! All forces attack! That's the least relaxing breathing exercise I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. Still hanging around, got kicked out, win. I heard more fighting and I got worried about Papa. I left my room, but suddenly I got dizzy and passed out. I remember a flame lighting up the room. And Papa grinning with delight. That's when he must have been killed, if only I hadn't passed out. I'm going to probe because those flames are awkward. Why did they suddenly show up?
Got it!
You're remembering something. That's it! Sarge! You were overcome with shock and fear when you saw those flames, weren't you? Was I? Yes, just 6 months ago. You and your mother were caught up in an arsonist blaze. So it's no wonder you would be extremely scared of fire. Yes, that does make sense. And maybe, just maybe, your subconscious fear of fire was what caused you to withdraw from the world. What do you mean, corpsewoman sights? In the outside world, you are bound to come across all sorts of fire. Candles, cigarettes, heck, even the grill at the diner. Even if it's not that often, just the idea you might see them grew bigger and bigger until you couldn't shut it out. I think you might be onto something. Candles, cigarettes, just thinking about them sends a chill down my spine. Wow, the things I take for granted. Now I see. I was afraid of the fire. Strange, I didn't even realize it myself. About that fire, Sarge, can you tell me what it was burning? Just stay calm and maybe something will come to you. Oh, I'm starting to remember. It was that relic. The relic Papa was studying. It was on fire. The orb was on fire? It's still kind of fuzzy. But yes, the orb was burning right in front of Papa. And there in the flames was... Mama? Yes, now I remember. I saw Mama appear amongst the dancing flames. Wait, what? I'm terrified. What does that mean? What's going on here? Maybe it's a memory from the fire that killed his mother? He might be confusing it with what really happened with his father's died. So let me guess, more therapy? Yep, but this time, it seems there's an inconsistency in his statements. And I think we should be able to prove it with the evidence at hand. I hope this inconsistency is a key to proving that the relic really is the Founder's Orb. Sorry, nope. Orb should not have been in your house when your father was killed. Don't blame yourself, Sarge. After all, even if you hadn't passed out, the outcome would have been the same. Well, what do you mean? I'm talking about the time of death. Your father wasn't killed right after you left your room. What? Explain yourself at once, Private Justice. You said you saw your father burning the orb, right? But that night, he went out to hide it in a cave. So what you saw, Sarge, was something that happened before your father left to hide the orb. Ah! So you see, you didn't pass out right before he was killed. You passed out right before he left for the cave to hide the orb and the ruins within. So even if I hadn't passed out? That's right. The outcome would have been exactly the same. That's because your father, Dr. Buff, was killed after he returned from the ruins. And therefore, Sarge, there's no need for you to blame yourself. Oh, I see. Hold on. I have an idea of why he was burning the orb. Why were you burning the orb? Let me see my court record. Yep, see? Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire. Only then shall the Holy Mother return. Sending upon all her glory, the founder bestows the greatest power known. Okay, so that right there makes me think that he was burning the orb, and what the boy saw was the Holy Mother thing that might be inside the orb that you could only apparently see with fire? I've got no clue. Private Justice, can you really say I bear no blame in this? Why do you ask? Because the truth is, if I hadn't engaged in my siege defense, Papa would still be alive. Sarge. Papa wished nothing more than for me to lead a happy and healthy life. That's why he quit his job and moved us out, away from the big city. But even then I didn't have the courage to set foot into the outside world. And in the end, I failed to make Papa's wish come true. God damn jerkers! Damn it, Capcom! Can't do this kind of stuff to us. Sarge? Who said that was Apollo? Oh no, that was Athena. If you want to make your father's wish come true, if that's what you really want, then who's to say it's too late? Why don't you take your first step now? My first step? That's right. You can cast off all your regret. You can stop standing still and start moving forward. You have the power within you. I know from experience. I know what it's like to feel like you do. But only you can decide to take that first step. If you don't change your tactics now, Sarge, the victory you seek in the war you've been waging will always lie beyond your grasp. So many dots. I think I understand now. I've made up my mind. As of this moment, I will suspend my siege defense indefinitely. Which means, are we actually going to see your face? Are we actually going to see who you are? Oh my god. Oh god. Oh. Oh, that makes this so much worse. It was a girl! Huh? Sergeant Buff reporting for duty. What? I thought you were a guy. You're definitely not the gruff drill sergeant I envisioned. Well, my mama was in the Russian army. I was just as shocked, but it certainly explains a few things when I found out too. May I introduce you to Miss Army Buff, age 12. No way! Careful, soldier. Don't forget that I can blow you away in a moment's notice. She's just too cute. So, have you always been in a wheelchair, Sarge? Negative. Only since I was injured in the fire.
Your voice sounds awfully different from before.
Ah, it's so cool! features a voice modification device. It's just one of my army's many technological marvels.
Well, you fooled me. I thought some 20-something military fanatic was at the controls.
If it's all the same to you troops, I'd like to continue my testimony. I've just remembered something, and it's crisp and clear as a trumpet at roll call.
What did you remember?
It wasn't my mother who appeared in the burning orb. It was some lady Papa had shown me a picture of a long time ago. He said it was the Holy Mother, the founder of Khura'ism. She appeared right there, right in the burning orb.
Huh? Just as I suspected. What did you just say? Well, there we go, everybody. No more noise. We have a little girl instead.
Bye-bye. The Holy Mother of Khura'ism was in the burning orb. What does that even mean?
I have a bad feeling about this. I have a horribly bad feeling this just blows everything you've been working for out of water, Phoenix. Could it be? Could this explanation why Sarge means the Holy Mother appearing in the burning orb? Research notes, because I just looked at that.
Dr. Puff's research notes? What do they have to do with this?
Look at this! The burning orb, the appearance of the founder. This part points to both.
Take that!
There's a legend about the orb involving a mysterious riddle. And this song, in turn, is said to contain the key to solving it. If the legend is true, then I believe the answer lies in this part of the song. Offer thy prayers as fervent as fire, and then shall the Holy Mother return. Well, anyone see where I'm going with this? Yes, Apollo, I see where you're going with this. I went with this over 10 minutes ago, I think. Prayers as fervent as fire. Ah! You're supposed to set the orb on fire? Shockingly enough, yes, Phoenix, that is what you're supposed to do. Doesn't mean people actually do it, but hey, you're supposed to. The whole song just seems to suggest that the founder will appear if the orb is on fire. Sorry guys, my microphone does not want to stay still right now. Wait! So the doctor, Yes, Athena! He solved the ancient riddle of the Founder's Orb! Oh my!
Papa was a great archaeologist. So I believe in him, and I want to believe he achieved his long-time dream of solving the riddle before he died.
Well, we won't know for sure until we try it for ourselves.
Yes, do it, Private Justice, please. I want to see what Papa was searching for with my own eyes.
Objection!
The plaintiff must object to this! Damn it, my client, you're being stupid! Why ain't you helping me?
Objection!
The plaintiff will stand down and be quiet!
Objection!
It's just an objection rally. You don't have the right to set a precious relic like that on fire.
Objection!
Oh, but I do. All I needed was Sarge's permission. Since we still don't know if this treasure is the Founder's Orb or the Crystal of Ami Faye, any ownership rights the doctor had now belong to his daughter.
Therefore, you have absolutely no right to stop us! Glag! Very well, Mr. Justice! I never thought I'd be saying this, but you may burn the evidence! Oh! Alright, here we go! You're just so tempting, Apollo.
Look! Apollo! The inside of the orb, it's melting!
There's something in there. Oh my god, it actually has her face! No wonder this is forbidden! Ah! Dirk, isn't she? Her garb leaves no room for doubt. It's the whole founder herself! Face and all. Crap! Look away, everybody! I don't understand! The greatest of taboos and Khura'inism is the depiction of the founder's face! Yet here it is! Hidden within this orb! I know, this is bad. No wonder this was a treasure that nobody was allowed to look at. Sorry, Mr. Wright, but as you can see, the issue is crystal clear. This figure is the Holy Mother, founder of Khura'inism. And based on that, this must be none other than the founder's orb.
Objection!
Be that as it may, Mr. Arball still may have killed the doctor. If so, it would render the orb transfer agreement null and void! Don't play dumb, Mr. Wright! The truth of the matter has already been proven. Dr. Buff wasn't killed right after Sarge saw Mr. Arball. It happened after the doctor came back from hiding the orb. And you have no proof that Mr. Arball was still around at the time. Erg! Your claim that the Defiant Dragons were behind the crime doesn't hold water. And that means the orb transfer agreement is still perfectly valid. Arg! Admit it, Mr. Wright. I just burned your whole case to the ground! Owned! You got owned, you got owned, you got owned, Mr. Phoenix. You got owned, you got owned, you got owned, Mr. Phoenix. No! I want to know what's happening. I won? I actually won! Mr. Wright, would you care to respond? Respond? I didn't think so. Wait, did we just win? Did we actually beat the Turnabout Terror? You're amazing, Apollo.
Don't just stand there, right? Do something!
Well, I don't think there's any digging out of this hole.
Mr. Titian Wimperson, I think it's time for your concession speech. I have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is the Founder's Orb. The facts don't lie, but you obviously do. How's that for a campaign slogan? Why, you contemptuous peasant!
I think this is a good time to wrap up this trial. I would think so too. If both bodies have no further objections, I will render my verdict. No objections here, Your Honor. No, crap.
Crap, why are you talking? You can't do this. The crystal is mine. I'll lose the election if I lose that crystal.
I'm sorry, but there's really nothing more I can do.
You haven't forgotten about our little chat, have you?
What do you have against Phoenix? I want to know what you're blackmailing him with right now. Well, actually, I know what you're blackmailing him with, but I'm not going to give it away for the rest of the audience. What's going on here?
Objection!
Your Honor, I object to the defense's last claim. What? I don't believe they've truly proven that the relic is indeed the Founder's Orb.
Objection!
Screw you, buddy! Mr. Wright, I don't think even you can bluff your way out of this one. What possible argument could you have to claim that this isn't the Founder's Orb? About that. Come on with something, Phoenix! I have bad feelings about what's gonna happen. Oh, of course. He can't possibly have hit on something. The defense assertion is incomplete, and this is why. The defense is basing their claims on the relic as the Founder's Orb on legend, and the legend claims that the Founder will return when the riddle is solved at last. Right? And that's what happened. The Founder was revealed for all to see. But Mr. Justice, what about the rest of the legend? Huh? According to the legend, once the Founder returned, she would bestow spiritual power on the person who solved the riddle! You're kidding, right? Well, Mr. Justice, do you feel a great spiritual power coursing through your veins? No. But, receiving spiritual powers and stuff, it's just mystic mumbo-jumbo, right? Oh! Maybe so, but you're the one basing your claim on said legend. And what we saw here does not fully fulfill it, does it? No, but... technicalities! Consequently, you cannot rightfully claim that this is the Founder's Orb! Oh my goodness, we're getting into nitty-gritty nitpicks. And he fell asleep again. God. This was like the biggest nitpick in the history of nitpicks. What's gotten into him? Why is Mr. Wright doing this? Because he's being blackmailed, isn't that obvious, Apollo? It would appear that Mr. Wright has lost a few of his marbles. That couldn't be further from the truth, Your Honor. In any case, I believe this is a good time for a recess. Both sides will have 20 minutes to prepare. I ask that all arguments be ready by then. Oh, and Mr. Wright, you do well to wash up and find your missing marbles by then, too. Alrighty, everybody, and that's where we're going to end off today. This episode. We're going to obviously continue in the next episode. So as you can see, the screen is turning to my lovely fight screen, because obviously that's all we were dealing with this whole episode was a bunch of these moments. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for watching all these videos. I'm sorry that these are like cut very awkwardly time-wise, and that you guys aren't getting like a full section before the to be continued mark. I am recording these whenever I have a free moment, instead of just trying to get a big chunk of time and just do it all at once like I normally did. And this is mainly because I've been told of how long some of these parts might take me. I've been told it might take me 6 hours to do the last part, which hopefully I'll be able to get to that part on Sunday and I can just record straight I don't know if you guys want to see a 6-hour video, but let me know in the comment section below if you do want to see a 6-hour video, just in order to get the case done with. Anyway, everybody, thank you all for supporting the channel. If you want to look for more videos from me, you can click on that button on the top to head on over to my playthrough of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations, where we face off against a demon woman. A demon woman from the pits of hell herself. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Or if you really want to see more of Apollo, you can press on the bottom button to head on over to my playthrough of Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, where, well, we're the greenhorn who's taking on a case for the first time. Like we haven't been in those shoes before. And if you do like the content that you see on the channel, please subscribe to the channel today. And please, I do love communicating with you guys, so please do comment and like the video down below. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye, everyone.